Welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at how we can use dynamic tabs using a JTabbedPane and JMenuBar to make our application be a little bit more cool than normal. So as you can see right here, I'm in my demo frame class inside my tabs and menus project, and I have my standard controller data member. I've got a JTabbedPane and JMenuBar data members inside here. You can see all the imports we need for this. We can make sure we have this happen. I'm using a color panel as my demo for this, so I can actually just do a quick little example of what we're working with. And so color panel is just a quick little JPanel subclass. As you can see right here, it takes the control parameter as a reference, and then a color that we can use to specify its background, so we can see that, oh, this is the panel I'm currently working with. So it's just a quick little demo that we can have for that. And so we're going to create that right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that we can have a reference, so we can dynamically generate instances of a specific type inside our panel and have those things happen. So first thing we have is our data members. Of course, we have a controller data member we use for all of our MVC-based structure because it's the controller we're using to do the passing information back and forth. For this demo, there's nothing happening with it though, because it's just the standard, so we don't have to worry about that. We have a JTabbedPane data member. And so the JTabbedPane is how we're going to be able to have the different tabs on that. So kind of like Eclipse, it's just the tabs we have inside the application, so each of the tabs we're loading can have a different panel of information on it. Right now this is all one type of thing, but you can have it so each different thing has its own tab for it. And then we have a JMenuBar to support it so we can have multiple tabs happening dynamically with the actual process of this. Our constructor takes the controller parameter and then calls super just like normal. We initialize our data member, we initialize our tab pane with a new JTabbedPane with no parameter constructor. If you did put a different parameter in there, you can specify where you want the tabs to show up on the actual application. And then the JMenuBar puts it so we can have a menu bar inside the actual app itself. We have a setup menu method and a setup frame helper method we use to actually do those, get those put together. Let's go ahead and take a look at those really fast. So first we have setup menu. So our setup menu, we have an example menu, which is a JMenu that goes inside the menu bar. And we say a menu item for add panel item and remove panel item. And again, they take just a string parameter with that. And add panel item adds an action listener, and we use the lambda notation so we can add the listener for that for either the add panel tab or the remove panel tab. We add the example menu to the menu bar, and we add each of those different panel items to the example menu. So we have the menu bar that has the menu in it, and then the menu items get added to that menu. And of course, you can use more features like the separators and the hotkeys and stuff for that as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the add color panel tab and the add remove panel tab so we can actually see what's going to happen as we actually do this. And so in our add color tab, again, it's a private method because all the code happens here inside the frame itself. No one has to see it outside of that. So I create a new instance of a color panel, and I pass it a generated random color. And then I have a size where I get the tabPane.getTabCount +1, so I can get the size that I'm putting that in. And then tabPane.add a color panel number, and then that size, and then the added panel. So I can add that to it so I can have a title for my panel as I add to it. My remove panel tab works almost the exact opposite. I check to see if my tab count is greater than 0. If it is, then I remove the tab count -1 so I can get the appropriate tab, that last one that we just added to it, and remove that from the actual application. Let's go ahead and run this application and see how it works. So here we have the actual application. We have our demo for tabs and menu. We have our My Menu menu itself. And as you can see in that menu, we have an add color panel and a remove a panel option. And if I click the remove panel with nothing there, nothing happens because there's nothing to remove. But if I go and add a color panel, boom, I've got color panel number 1. There's nothing in it but a color, which is great. Menu item, add another color panel, and I've got color panel number 2. Oh, it's a new color. Wonderful stuff. Repeat that process yet again. Color panel number 3. There we go. So I've got those colors that are set right there. I'm going to go ahead and remove one. I remove a color panel. It takes the third one off, and I still have that same orange one right there. And that's how I can make that happen. So again, I'm able to make that work by adding a menu bar and by using a JTabbedPane to dynamically add and remove tabs to my application. I hope this is a helpful way you can actually enhance your Java project and do some cool stuff. I hope this is helpful. Cheers. See you next time, and have a good day. Bye-bye.